Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy TJReacts here, back again with another one. I hope all of y'all are having a blessed day. You dig? So, guys, first and foremost, welcome back to the channel. Your boy's been a little sick. Those videos I posted yesterday, the day before, or the day before yesterday, whenever this is posted, I've been had those edited, ready to post. This one, yeah, I've been sick for a little bit, but we're getting back in motion. Yes, the voice is kind of raspy, but as y'all can see by the title, we are watching the video released of the fatal shooting, Chicago shooting of Dexter Reed. I don't know much about the story. All I know is there was like 100 shots taken or something. I don't know. I heard there was like 4 undercover cops and they all came up in unmarked cars and let off 100 shots. We're gonna check this out. It's been a big thing I've been seeing going across the news, and obviously it's in Chicago, so home city or home state, really. Man, let's check this out, man. Let's sit back, relax, and grab our snacks, because it's time for TJReacts, you dig? And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, here goes the Chicago news.
And let's get to some breaking news right now. We've been telling you about all morning. Video was just released within the hour of a deadly shooting of a man during a police traffic stop. Right now, our Chris Ty has seen the video, joined us right now. Chris, what can you tell us it shows? I know you've probably just gotten a glimpse of it, but take us through what we do know now.
Okay, let's walk you through this step by step, Brad. 26-year-old Dexter Reed was driving in his white SUV back in the middle of March when police came upon his vehicle in plain clothes. According to a report just issued by COPA, which is the Civilian Office of Police Accountability, those officers came to his car purportedly wearing a seatbelt violation. That was allegedly the reason for the police approaching Mr. Reed's vehicle.
So, to get this straight, well, what he just said, they approached his car just in regular clothes and over a seatbelt violation? Okay, that's where we at right now.
What happened in the ensuing 90 seconds is 96 shots were fired within 41 seconds of time. There is an exchange, and we're about to play this for you. We have edited out some of the vulgarity from the exchange. This shows the officers coming up on Mr. Reed's vehicle, asking him to come out of his vehicle. COPA today is saying that, and I want you to think about this as you're watching it, that it appears Mr. Reed fired first. The video does not make that abundantly clear, but COPA, who has been working through this video over a series of weeks, says that indeed the suspect fired first. That will be the focal point of a press conference between COPA, the mayor, and the state's attorney, which is coming your way in about 14 minutes. But let's get to this video and we can talk about it on the other side. Let's watch.
Okay.
Roll the window down. What are you doing?
Roll this one down.
Roll that one down too. Hey, don't roll the window up. Don't roll the window up.
Okay.
Do not roll the window up.
Lock
the doors now. Unlock the doors now. Unlock the doors now. Open the door now. Open the door now. Open the door now. 6-4 David, shots fired, shots fired.
And that is just the beginning of the shooting. Again, 96 shots fired within the span of just 41 seconds. COPA's analysis of this video indicates that the man behind the wheel there, 26-year-old Dexter Reed, indeed fired first. The catalyst for this stop, which is a little curious here, you don't usually have 5 officers in plain clothes addressing a traffic stop, but I'm sure that will be something we will hear more about in the press conference, which is coming your way in about 13 minutes. You know, Brad, bringing you back in here, one of the key...
That's true. Like, that was a lot of shots, my boy. I don't know if the first gunshot was him or them, because it sounded different, but there was 5 of them with, like, okay. I don't know about y'all. That's kind of weird, though. 5 people not dressed up dressed in regular clothes, but they had bulletproof vests on. I don't know. But anybody can get a bulletproof vest. They just walking up to the car for a seatbelt violation. Then, I don't know. She was quick as hell to pull a gun out. I ain't gonna lie. She was quick as hell because he didn't answer. You dig what I'm saying? Like, or he didn't leave the window rolled down. But I don't know. I feel like that was weird. But then for 5, why do you need 5 people for a seatbelt violation? I don't know, man. Cause, well, then again, I got pulled over for tent, and I had 2 state troopers pull up on me. And I don't know why for tent, if it's that bad. Like, come on now. Y'all tripping. But anyways, that I don't know. Yeah, I definitely agree with that, though.
Questions is, of course, what was bringing so many officers to surround that vehicle. This is a gentleman who we understand did have a history in the last few weeks before this shooting, which killed him, that he had brought a weapon into a street festival.
Oh, damn.
But whether or not that history plays a
probably
part
why.
in this incident. And as we watch this, you can see the officer reaching for that handle, asking him to roll down that window. In the background, and I don't know if we could hear it in our clip that we played, you hear another officer saying, "Do you see his hands?" These are all the things that when we watch these videos, knowing what happens at the end of the line, we look and see what did officers do, what did they know, what could they have expected to know. So those are the critical questions here. But the number of shots fired, 96 shots fired in the span of just 41 seconds. I want to show you a statement that COPA, the Civilian Office of Police Accountability,
I just don't think 90 shots are necessary. Like, if you were that fearful, like, what? 90 shots, and there was what? They said there was 5 of y'all? 90 divided by 5 is 40 shots apiece. At least 40 shots. No, that's not. Damn, I did my math all wrong. Fuck. I'm not stupid, y'all. I promise. That's about like what? I don't even know. Let me do that real quick, nigga. I want to say it's like 15, 18. I was about to say so 18 shots apiece. I don't know why I said 40, but 18 shots apiece. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Released. Again, they're saying that the catalyst for this was a traffic stop, that he was purportedly not wearing a seatbelt, that the officers pointed their firearms, and their investigation confirms that Mr. Reed fired first, and that over the span of 41 seconds, 96...
It says right here, a gun was recovered on the front passenger seat of Mr. Reed's vehicle. Evidence also confirms that officers returned fire approximately 96 times in the period of 41. 96. Hold on. We doing 90. I don't know why I did 90. So, 96. It's about 19. Damn near 20 shots apiece, bro. That's wild.
Shots were fired. This is one of those classic cases where we just don't know the full picture. This 26-year-old man, his family says, was a star basketball player, the love of their life, one of 3 children in this family. He attended Morton College in Cicero. The questions here are quite long. All we have is that raw material and the statement from COPA. So, Brad, again, coming up in about 10 minutes' time, we're going to hear from Mayor Johnson. We're going to hear from COPA. And we're going to hear from the state's attorney to kind of comb through and then presumably answer some of the very difficult questions that sit before us.
Okay, Chris, just a little bit of conjecture here, but I mean, obviously, a lot of questions there. Why were there so many officers surrounding a vehicle about a purported seatbelt stop? And also, why would someone, as COPA presumes, open fire on police if they've only been pulled over for a seatbelt stop? Just in listening to it, the initial shots, there seemed to be a myriad of them out of the gate. Bang, 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 bang. So if the conjecture is by COPA that the decedent here, the person driving passed away, fired the first shot.
Mr. Reed.
Yeah, Mr. Reed. Well, it would presumably be many shots, would it not? From what you can hear.
That's
there,
what I'm
because
saying.
It doesn't sound like much of an exchange at first.
Yeah, I think what we're going to have to comb through here, and this just came out at about 5 after the hour, we're going to need to see, what kind of casings did they find that matched to his gun versus the 5 officers. Several of those officers were also treated. One officer hit in the hand in all of this. Mr. Reed was taken to Mount Sinai Hospital in the minutes after that. That was on March the 21st. first, by the way, in Humboldt Park, just north of Garfield Park, to kind of set the stage for where this was. But yeah, to your point, I think the question is critical and answerable. How many shots did he fire? And any more than one? Does it require any more than one for these officers to act the way that they acted?
Oh, yeah.
It's critically important those seconds before the moment of firing. What happened and what could a reasonable officer have thought as far as the threat to their life and the commands not being followed?
Right, and now we know that COPA, who says, from what they can delineate, from all the footage they've poured over for hours and hours and hours, certainly ad nauseum, as they believe Mr. Green, the now deceased
Mr. Reed.
Mr. Reed, Mr. Reed, the former basketball player, died, shot the first shot. That's what they believe. We know Mayor Johnson and State's Attorney Fox are meeting with COPA or at COPA headquarters.
There's going to be a press conference at 10:45 with State's Attorney Fox, with
So it's 10:37 at that
Mayor
time.
Johnson, and with representatives from COPA, as we understand it, at City Hall, to set the
Dang,
table for
Keys
what
been
comes
raining
after
over there,
that.
y'all.
At noontime today, we are expecting to hear for the first time since this video is released from the family of Dexter Reed, who had been asking for days, one full week after this shooting, they had asked for an abundance of evidence. Let us see this video. Let us get a better understanding of what led to our son, our brother's death. So they were, as we understand it, able to see this video for the first time yesterday. Today it's being released in the 10 o'clock hour, and before the 10 o'clock hour is up, you have the mayor, COPA, and the state's attorney all trying to get out in front of this to make sure that the story doesn't get unmanaged from their perspective, trying to offer what they say happened, what they say was justified, or what needs deeper investigation. And then, of course, the family will have an opportunity to listen to that, presumably, and then respond in kind an hour later.
Okay, so is there anything we know, or can decipher so far, about what stance we think Mayor Brandon Johnson, State's Attorney Kim Fox, do we know the tenor of what they're going to say? You know, are they going to ask for calm in reaction to this? Are they going to say, take a side, if you will? It's interesting, those two meeting together, and then along with COPA.
Right.
It's an interesting mix, grouping-wise, but they are meeting together. Do we have any idea, it's just going to be in a few minutes, any idea what they're going to say, or, you know, what the nexus of what they're going to say is?
We don't have a sense of that. I think typically, well, number one, the family of Mr. Reed sent a letter to Mayor Johnson saying, we were staunch supporters of yours. Please let us see the material that led to the death of our son and our brother. It's unclear whether or not the mayor responded personally to them. But zooming out, when you have cases like this where there is such, I mean, it's life and death, it's police acting appropriately or a police misconduct, some of these critical questions that hinge on seconds. Usually what we see in this sort of thing is a pump the brakes, let's hold on. While it has been 2.5, 3 weeks, we need a little more time to sort through all of this, but this is our first snapshot, our first look at the material, at the videos, at the narrative from the agency tasked with making sure all the I's are dotted and T's crossed. I would, as you asked, will they be asking for calm? I am sure of that. There had been some fervor leading up to today. Some people who had been either given access to see this or rumblings on the force kind of saying, oh boy, we got a big one coming. Let's see. But I think the critical question, and not the only question, but a critical question is who fired first? And I think the headline right now is, if you watch the video, it's a bit unclear.
Right.
You know, we've only said it within about a half hour, but COPA seems to think that Mr. Reed fired first.
Right. And we have seen State's Attorney Kim Fox kind of.
We do kind of. I'll say this.
It hasn't always been a pump the brakes on things, and this will really be for Mayor Johnson the first time we've seen him reacting to this type of incident. So we will see. We will keep you posted. Chris Ty, glad to have you on this story. Thank you for your thoughtful insight, considering you've only had a few minutes to wrap your arms around it. We appreciate it.
Well, guys, shit. I feel like there's a lot of unanswered questions, but obviously there's obviously stuff that happened. Obviously, I feel like 90 shots isn't necessary. Obviously they all probably shooting because they all have reacted. My condolences go to the family because it's not fun ever losing a family member to this type of death or any kind of death. So I do hope and pray that they do get justice for their child, because I mean, no matter what, I feel like if he would have shot first, the family obviously gonna say the cop shot first. Cops aren't gonna be like, hey, they shot first. They're gonna say that he shot first, you know? So it's kind of like everybody's not gonna own up to it. They're gonna blame the other party. In all honesty, when I listened to it, it sounded like the first gun that was different than all the others. But you can't really say that because not all of them might not have the same gun. And they all, first of all, it was a seatbelt. That's the only thing that confuses me. It's a seat. You pulled him over for a seatbelt. His window looked really tinted. Sometimes you can't even see through. Like, they complained about my freaking tint. How would y'all know if I wore a seatbelt or not until you walked up to the car? Like, so it wouldn't have been a seatbelt until you got to the car. Like, you wouldn't have pulled him over. See, I don't know, man. I don't know. My brain's going every which way, but there's some more. This is just only part one. I'm going to see if there's any more videos I can find that interest me or anything from the family. I want to hear what the family got to say. So let me know what you guys think of this. Do y'all think that the 96 shots was necessary? Like, do you feel like he was in the wrong? Do you feel like, well, as in Reed, well, Dexter Reed, I don't want to disrespect. I don't want, his whole name needs to be said. Dexter Reed, do you think he was wrong? Do you think the cops were wrong? Let me know down below, man, in the comments. I definitely want to read you guys' reactions and thoughts. Leave a like on the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and hopefully I'll have some more videos to show about this situation. And hopefully you guys are tuned in. I appreciate y'all for watching this. I know it's kind of a sad story, confusing story, but we're gonna do, hopefully there's something figured out. It's TJ Reacts. I'm out here, y'all. Peace.